Hi, everybody. I am here today with another one of my area superstars. I want to introduce you to Kristine Perfect. Kristine joined Princess House back in November of 2015. And what impresses me most about Kristine is the fact that she has remained consistent. So the first question I want to ask Kristine is number one, why her reason was to join Princess House, because she was in another direct selling company and was at the top of the leaderboard with that company, but made the decision to join us here at Princess House. So Kristine, tell us a little bit about that decision.
Well, when the time came around, when my other company closed the doors, I was looking at the different direct selling companies that were out there. And I'd been a customer of Princess House. I'd bought quite a bit of their merchandise over the years. And I thought, well, the consistency with the company was one thing that impressed me. And their hostess plan and their comp plan was pretty much the best that I found out there. So I figured I'd give it a try.
Wonderful. Well, we're glad, and particularly I'm glad that you did. Now, one of the things I'd like to ask is, of course, you work a full-time job, which is demanding, and you took on a full-time job after the closing of your previous direct selling company. So when you came to us, you were working full-time in another capacity. How have you managed to be so consistent and balance work and fun with your Princess House business?
I gave up sleep. That's pretty much how I did it. Yeah, I do work a full-time job. So I have like evenings after supper, and Saturday and Sunday is about my only free time. So I spend that time visiting hostesses and customers, taking them the catalogs, the monthly specials, doing a lot of texting now. COVID kind of changed things on me up a little bit. So I'm doing a lot more with the messaging and stuff as compared to what I was doing previously. But I still go out and visit my customers and hostesses on weekends.
Well, that's one of the other things that I'm extremely impressed with you, because you do provide exceptional customer service in making sure that you personally deliver clients merchandise, which is really above and beyond, but it's worked really, really well for you. So I have to compliment you on that as well. Now, a question that I'm also wondering is, since you have changed from the previous company that went out of business to Princess House, what is it about Princess House that allows you to want to continue as a Princess House consultant? Because you're actually nearing a 7th year with us. In fact, you're a little over 6 years now. In 2022, you'll have your 7th year as a Princess House consultant and also organizer.
Well, I guess it's just the consistency that I've been able to keep up. And that's pretty much based on Princess House and their fantastic monthly specials that they do. Every period we've got fantastic specials for the customers and the hostesses. And that is pretty much what keeps my business rolling. And so as long as I'm making a decent, supplementary income, I'm sticking around.
Fantastic. Well, what also impresses me is the fact that even with the full-time job and all the other activities in your life, you always manage to be either the number 1 or number 2 organizer in my area. So tell me a little bit about that. Is that a goal you have every year, or how do you feel about that? Because you're always number 1 or number 2.
Obviously, it's not my goal, because I didn't realize that until right now, that I was. So I do what I can. And I if that's where it falls, that's great. I haven't really set that as my goal. Now that you tell me, I may have to set my goal for number 1, but but no, I just do what I can every month.
Fantastic. Well, for those who may be listening to this interview today and maybe thinking, I wonder if Princess House is something I could actually give a try, what would you say to that person who is considering Princess House?
I would say, give us a try. Give us 3 months. I mean, what have you got to lose? The price of your kit. If you go ahead and do this, follow the Smart Start plan, you're going to make several $1,000s. You're going to pay for your kit. You're going to have that wonderful merchandise. At that point, you know, you can decide if it's for you or if it's not. But, you know, my guess is if you've made several $1,000s, you're going to be here to stay. That's what happened with me. Fantastic.
Well, once again, I'm excited about your successes that you continue to have, and we look forward to many more years of having Kristine Perfect as part of our Princess House team in the Chandler area. Thanks so much, Kristine, for sharing with us today.
Thank you, Joe.
David with Goliath, did it take him to his knees? Didn't Daniel beat the lions without a heart of Louise?